So, around a month ago, I made a video talking about the One Piece Roblox game, World Adventures. If you aren't aware, World Adventures is an upcoming game that has been in development for months and was in some controversy early on over the owner's decision to change the Grand Peace Online Pirate Hub Discord server to his server for his game. The game showed a lot of promise early on, and that has started to slow down recently. That was before the owner was involved in a car accident. Yes, you heard me right, a car accident. The owner of World Adventures, Undead, was involved in a car crash that left him in hospital with serious injuries. This obviously meant that the game had to be delayed. Fortunately, he could continue to program during this time. Let that sink in. Despite recovering from a car crash, this man continued to dev. If that doesn't show that he cares about this game, I don't know what will. I think that does deserve a level of respect. Around this time, the tester team was purged of people who were being too negative. Now, this decision was a little bit controversial, and ultimately I was like, I didn't know who to support in this, but in the end, it was just Undead's decision, and he can do what he wants with his tester team. Anyway, that's enough backstory. I covered most of that in my last video, so now I'm going to get into today's announcement from Undead. In order not to twist Undead's words, I will read this announcement word for word, and then I'll talk about my opinions on the whole situation. So, Undead said in his Discord server, "Hey guys, I understand that most of you are confused on the release of the game and the overall progress, so here's the story. Development went into a decline a little bit prior to my accident, in which my negative feedback and high doubt has spread openly among the server, so the developers I hired felt to charge insanely high prices, so I had to compromise and I started to learn how to use Blender, animate, and to use Photoshop to make UI. Then my accident happened and I was hospitalized for a good amount of time, and upon my return I announced I would be pushing for the game's release. However, the following day, after staying up to work on bugs, I felt a sharp pain on my chest, and that's the last thing I remember before I woke up in hospital yet again, and I was informed that I had internal bleeding under my ribcage. I have been going through many challenges in life to work on the game. Rest assured, I have not given up on this game. I will only ask that you give me time. I publicly apologize for the promises I have made. I really thought I could get it done by those preset times. I have decided that from this day forward, the community will generally lead the direction of the content for the game. I will host vote sessions to handle this. The only thing that will be handled by my staff opinion is general tech/systems. Thank you for those who stayed and still support the game despite my absence. I cannot thank you enough." So I'm glad Undead made this announcement, since I feel as though we definitely needed him to clarify some things for the community. I'm also glad that he will stop setting specific release dates, and I think it's more frustrating when a dev sets release dates and then doesn't follow through, rather than just not setting them in the first place and waiting until the game is completely ready before he sets any sort of release date. I'm impressed that Undead has begun to pick up Blender and Photoshop, but I hope he also takes the time to make sure his game is the best it can be before he releases it. I honestly think it will be difficult to release the game this year without it dying. Undead will be competing with a lot of other One Piece games that are being released this year, like Pirate's Destiny and Eternal Seas or Senpiece. In the One Piece Roblox game space, if one game dominates, it takes the players from other games. I've seen games over the years die because a better alternative just took their entire player base. It's that simple. And I do not think realistically that World Adventures could bridge this gap in that time, because these games have been in development for way longer. They have more devs. However, I do think World Adventures' true strength comes from Undead, as I think he's a very capable developer and owner. However, this could also be the game's downfall, as if he does not come through with the game's promises, it will die with him. Ultimately though, I'm still hopeful for the game, and I think it will turn out okay, but will definitely take longer than expected. I will continue to make videos to update you guys on the situation of the game, and if you enjoy this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I hope you're having a great day, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.